Hi everyone and welcome back to SunBurst Tarot, where today we're going to be looking at Bruno Mars. Just a quick thing. So this reading came up. This is something that struck me out of the blue, and I put it on my community tab and was like, "Hey, would you guys like to know where's Bruno Mars been? Where is he? What's going on? What's he up to? Because he was a major figure in the 2010s, and I just wanted to do a reading of where he's at, what kind of happened. I mean, he essentially kind of did the Super Bowl, I think, had one tour afterwards, and then kind of just like went away from mainstream media. And I kind of want to know, where is he? What's he been up to? Why did he kind of leave the mainstream music scene? And can we expect to see him again? So, without further ado, let's get into it from there. So, just a quick reminder while I'm shuffling up. Remember, everything I'm saying is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. No facts here. These are my own opinions. So if you want to use what I'm sharing, my opinions, psychic downloads, reading the cards to help form your own thoughts, opinions, and conclusions, please do so. If you don't want to, you don't have to. So with that disclaimer out of the way, another quick reminder, if you want to see more content like this or have other reading suggestions that you would like to have voted on or maybe potentially even see, let me know in the comments down below, and subscribe to the channel so you can be notified when I have like my community post or new videos, and be a part of that voting process of what videos are kind of going up here on the channel. So with that, I'm going to give this one more shuffle and we can get into the reading. All right. So I just want to see, how is Bruno doing currently? Last I checked, I did a little bit of research, is that he started up his own band called Silk. Oh, heck. Just gonna Silk Sonic, which has a residency in Vegas currently. But I just want to see how he's doing, how he's feeling currently. So we have the Eight of Wands. So he feels like he has kind of been stuck where he's at. With the Eight of Wands energy, it's like I was moving forward. I was like on the fast track, and now it's like everything's kind of just halted in its tracks. It's not like things have been, and I won't say this is like a tower moment where it's like everything came and then everything crashed down and now he's got to rebuild from the start. It's like where he was is where he is. It's like he hasn't moved forward, he hasn't moved backwards. It's like we've just halted in progress completely. That's with this Eight of Wands energy. Direct influences on this is the Seven of Pentacles reverse. So it's like energy that I was putting into projects, like nothing kind of panned out how I wanted it to be. So Seven of Pentacles, when it's upright, it's all about, okay, you've planted your seeds, you've nurtured, you've watered, whether that's in different projects, and like now they're starting to come up. You're essentially seeing the product with all the effort that you put into it. You're seeing returns on it. Here though, it's like he didn't see returns on what he was getting. So I'm wondering if this is like the band that he's with now, or if this is like other projects that he had in the past that's like he put time, money, and effort into and nothing kind of just came from it. It's like everything kind of just halted in place. I'm hearing in my, what I'm getting here with this is like I put time into like new music or an album or something else, and it's like I put all this in but nothing came from it. It's like things got stalled, things got put on the shelf. Wonder why. Financial financial resources, influences on this is the Hermit. Did he have an issue with his contract? Because it's like he's separated from his money. With the Hermit card here, it's like I'm separated from my money. It's all about isolation. So does he even have access to like his albums or his like masters, or did like he sign stuff away from that? It's like he doesn't have control over the money. It feels like, or he's like separated from his money that he made during his big rise in fame and success. Because it's like with the Hermit here, it's like It's all alone isolation. I don't know if he has access to his money. Did someone take it out from underneath him? Was it in like a special fund? What? Hopes and fears? The tower reversed. Everything's gonna come crashing down. Well, there's that tower card. But it's reversed. So it's like this is like a necessary change. It's not catastrophic. It's not one that's like comes out of nowhere and like blows up your entire life. This is one that's like it's a little less. Still, your inner life's gonna get blown up, but it's like one that's not as intense as it could be. With the hopes and fears, it's like things are gonna come in and shake stuff up. He want. It's like he wants stuff shaken up. He wants things gone. He wants things changed. Like, is this like an old contract or something? Is he waiting for like an NDA to like go off? Like, what? Okay. Unseen obstacles. This Queen of Wands reversed. There's a woman that's been blocking him from his success or his money of some way, shape, or form. Someone who I think is jealous of him. Queen of Wands is typically a bold, beautiful woman, very confident, can be a pop star, someone in the industry. But like seeing the Queen of Wands reversed, it's like this pop star or someone in the industry, a feminine type of energy, is really is blocking him or has been like an obstacle in him continuing with his career. Did he like make someone mad from the inside, like a producer or like an executive or something that he kind of maybe effed over? Challenges for him, the Three of Wands, finding it's like he knows what direction he wants to go into, but he can't go down that direction. Three of Wands is all about, for me, especially in this deck, which is the Light Seers Tarot, this one is all about kind of like you're looking out at the sea with the Three of Wands. It's like, okay, you've had your manifestation and now you're working towards that manifestation. So like when you manifest something, yes, you have this grand idea that you have. And now in the manifesting part of it, you need to do the work to kind of get there. So it's like you have this dream. So now you're doing the work to get to that dream. So it's like he's struggling to get to the point A to point B to point C to point D to get where he wants to go. Like there's a struggle there, and not that he doesn't know how to do it, but in that it feels like he's getting waylaid or people are pulling him in different directions or people are halting him where he's at so he can't progress forward with anything. Someone's halting him. Like it feels like an outside influence. Queen of Wands. What's going for him though is this Eight of Swords. What's going for him is that he has halted. What I'm getting drawn to, Eight of Swords is kind of like a victim of your circumstances. And that's what's going for him in this situation. There's some sort of shakeup coming, I think, outside of him and his group or whatever he's doing, like that he's with now. And it's like this is a good thing. It's like you're outside of this influence, you're outside of something that's going down, and you're not involved. Like you're a victim of the circumstances, but you're being tied up and not being able to move forward. You're not able to move forward because you're tied up. You have all these other things that are going on. You don't need to be involved there. Interesting. I wonder if I'm very curious. In the past, Ace of Pentacles, this is all about making money, new projects, new ideas, how to make money, how to get more resources in, how to be the next big star. Here in the future, though, we have the Five of Swords, which is walking away. You're walking away to live. It's Five of Swords here. It's like you're walking away to live. It's a live to fight another day is the type of energy that he's in right now. Maybe this is like him kind of maybe taking a step back from things here in the future coming up and then like coming out reemerging better than ever. But like it feels like for him in his current energy, he's stuck where he's at. Someone's blocking him, I think, from like an executive level here. he doesn't have access to his money, but he's being held in this place that he's at because if he would go where he thinks he wants to go, is what I'm kidding. It's like if he went where he thinks he wants to go, it's not going. It does. That's not where he needs to go. That's not where. That's not where his talents lie. That's not where. It's not the direction he's supposed to go for in like this lifetime or something. This lifetime is what it feels like. It's like that like the path like that path is bad juju. Don't do that. And it's like it's almost like, and I'm gonna say this because I have a couple friends where like they keep getting waylaid in what they want to do. Like they're like, oh, I have this idea, and then like the universe comes in, and then this like plows through, and it's like, nope, no, you don't want to go that way. Um, or it's like I have an example of this that kind of comes to my head is like I have this one friend. They were supposed to help me move. They were supposed to help me do all these sorts of things, and every time like we were supposed to hang out like outside of like an established like an established routine that we already had, there was always something that happened. Always. Didn't matter who, what, the time of day, the time of day, didn't matter what time of year, didn't matter what was going on, what we had planned. Something always happened. Whether it was his car breaking down, the phone doesn't work, uh, and it's like these are things that like I know it's a and like I've seen happen. It's just like it was like the universe kind of coming in and being like, no, no, this isn't gonna happen. This isn't going. We're going to make sure of it, even though these weird things might be happening. Like weird things happen to kind of like make sure that that connection doesn't happen, or things don't progress in a different in a way that you think in a way you think they should. So that's what this kind of feels like here. It's like there's a divine intervention for him, like hardcore pushing him to not go in a certain direction. That's his current energy. So, what I'm really curious about is why. So, with that, Mr. Bruno Mars and his current energy, my next quick question is, well, why did he take a step back from essentially, I think, the height of his like he was like he had just come off the Super Bowl, then he had just had his big tour, and then he kind of just left mainstream media. What was behind that? Why did he leave mainstream media? And what I'm hearing in my head is he didn't choose, he was forced, is what I'm hearing. What? It wasn't his choice to leave, is what I'm getting. So the devil reversed. Oh, God. So, at the center of it, is this what I think it is? Okay, yeah. Did Bruno want to stay in the music industry? Yes. Did he want to stay in the music industry as he was in that current moment? No. So with the devil here, first pull. Oh, God. So in the industry, it's like it feels like it's not that you have to sell pieces of your soul, but it's like you have to give pieces of yourself away to gain fame. The more famous you are, the more you give yourself away, the more that you're controlled, the more stuff kind of happens to you. The more darker parts of humanity kind of wrap their way into your head and into your life. And what this feels like here is, why did he take a step? Because he didn't want to pay the piper. He didn't want to have those consequences. What I'm really getting here is he didn't want to be controlled anymore, because like we see the devil here. But then what I get drawn to is like how he's puppeteering this figure here in the corner, and seeing it reverse is like, I don't want to have that. I don't want to be controlled anymore. I want to have more creative direction. I want to have more stability. I want to have more of my own thoughts, feelings, and actions put into my stuff. What's wild to me is that he was kind of he was able to be let go. Okay, what else do we get here? The direct influence on this was secrets. Secrets that were going to get revealed, that he wanted to reveal, that he could reveal. What? Financial influences? The Three of Pentacles, someone didn't want to work with him anymore. The working relationship fell apart. Like, who he was working with, they weren't being able to work together anymore with. Hopes and fears. He was going to be able to strike it out on his own and be successful. However, Unseen Obstacles is the King of Wands, which is him. Because before this reading, I'm like, okay, what is his card? And it's like, well, his birthday's October 3rd, or October 6th. It's in the beginning of October, or October 8th, sorry. And that means he's a Libra. So I'm like, oh, he's a King of Swords energy. And like, no, he's a King of Wands energy. So I'm like, seeing the King of Wands come up, it's like, okay, that's Bruno. Or, yeah, Bruno Mars. We're going to go with his stage name here. So the unseen obstacle to him is like, he was too big for his britches. He was let go because he got too high and mighty. He thought he could be able to go make it out on his own. He has secrets galore on people around him. The challenge here is the Knight of Swords. He leapt before leaping. He leapt before looking. He also mouthed off to the wrong person. A massive ego at this point in time with this coming off, I think, the tour and trying to plan this next thing. He had a major ego, in my opinion here. Major ego that got him in trouble with other people that didn't want to work with him anymore. The Knight of Wands, he thinks he can go do it all on his own. However, he can't, because the biggest obstacle to this is himself. It's like he thinks he's got the best, the brightest, the mostest, the hostess stuff, but it's an overconfidence that kind of that feeds into his ego. That is like the downfall to him trying to do it on his own. And then, because like he has secrets on people, he has massive secrets on people, on bad intentions about people trying to control him. And yeah, they have lots of secrets. However, he's able to get out. What's going for him, though, is the memories. The old. Past memories, old things, reminiscing. What? In the past, yeah, he had to walk away because he was betrayed. Someone didn't want him there, and they pushed him out because either he knew. We're gonna pull out why he was pushed out, because we're just looking now at like what was the energy of that time. And then in the future for him at that point in time, was like, yeah, I have all these big ideas and plans that I'm trying to put together for myself. We've kind of seen where things have kind of slowly started to build up now, but it's like he really wanted to get out of control of people trying to control him, and he was backstabbed into it. He was backstabbed. He wanted to get out of their control. Okay, what does he have that let him leave? Because this is, I've seen other celebrities, and then it's like you don't hear about them. However, they're still in the industry kind of, but they're like, and they're still kind of like involved on the fringes. But like Bruno feels like he's like not involved on the fringes anymore, because he's still making music. He's still doing stuff. Like, think about it, like Katy Perry was who just released as of the time of filming her newest Woman's World single, and now she has her new album coming out. And so like she's been on the fringes for the last few years, instead of just making music. So like with Bruno, it's like, what? He feels, yes, he's on the fringes a little bit. However, he's very much more far removed, even though he was just almost as popular, I think, as Katy Perry. My opinions, let me know in the comments if you think I'm wrong. So what the heck? Why did he get pushed out? Because it looks like he said something out of haste or out of ignorance. So let's just take a look. What happened that he got pushed out? Because like some people did not want to work with him anymore, and what did he do to get that to get to that point? The Strength card. He wasn't going to be controlled anymore. This man has a lot of raw energy and raw talent and passion. He reminds me very similar to Michael Jackson a little bit, where he's got the entertainment, he's got the buzz, he's got the smile, he's got the charm, he's got all the individual pieces that can make him a triple threat. Uh so seeing him with the strength card here is like, what did he do? It's like he was too powerful and I think too much to control. Allegedly conspiracy, whatever. Queen of Cups, also very intuitive, extremely intuitive with this Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is like a very intuitive, in tune with your emotions, in tune with others around you. Financial aspects, he was willing to give it all up too. He was also a burden. He, Ten of Wands is like you're restructuring burdens. Hopes and fears, the Knight of Pentacles. He was going to be a long-term success here, but why did they get rid of him? It's unseen obstacles. He wasn't going to... The Hermit. The Hermit reverse, which is coming out of your shell. It's going against him. Ten of Cups. Or the challenges. Ten of Cups, going from the Sun. He was unhappy with what he was doing in the past. An emotional offering of some sort. In the future, the Tower. So when we look at what did he do? He blew this up himself. Like I said, I think he did have a pretty massive ego at this point in time. But he also knew, I think, what was going on around him, and he was calling people out on bad behavior or behavior he did not agree with. I wonder if he wanted to try and change his management as well with the financial aspect to this all, is with like, or resources, like the Ten of Wands. It's like, I want to restructure my contract. I want to restructure what I'm giving out, what I'm not, whatever. What I'm responsible for and what I'm not responsible for. Because over here with the hopes and fears is like, long term, he thinks he's set. Someone I think took his money away, because with the Tower card here as well, it's like, this blew up. Whatever the conversation that he must have had with, I'm thinking executives, because it's like, the challenge here is the Ten of Cups. There was someone around him, I think, that was maybe looking for more money, or like, you need to restructure things. You need to have like your happiness. You want to feel you want to have something outside of you, and with the emotional offering in the past, or like an offering of some sort. Also, I'm getting drawn to this fedora here. So, when I say, like, Bruno has like the energy of Michael Jackson, he does. He has like that entertainment factor. I'm also feeling for him, like, he came with an offer, I think, to the table of like, this is what I can do. What can we work out? They went back and forth on contracts. They went back and forth on contracts. They went back and forth on contracts. Contract negotiations went down. Like, they melted down, I should say, with the Tower card here. What did he say? He said something with the Strength card here. He was like, he's reading the room. He said what no one else wanted to say, and it pissed everyone off, is what it feels like. They had to isolate him. They had to isolate him completely because, one, he knew too much, and I think almost he knew stuff that's like, how do you know that? Because like, it's like, I can see him like reading the room and kind of like piecing things together, and like he's getting intuitive hits as well because he feels very intuitive on top of it all. And it's like, okay, this is what the game is right now. And he's like reading the room, figuring out people's motivations. So he's saying the quiet part out loud, and I don't think people like that because they realized we can't pull one over on you. We can't pull anything over on you. Like, the plans that we had. I'm also feeling here that he had a really good lawyer on him or with him that was like, okay, you can't sign this contract because X, Y, and Z. You need to take this to the negotiation table. Things melted down completely. With like new contracts or even like how they were restructuring things, it feels like, for him on the back end. And that's kind of the catalyst here for him kind of just having his whole career blown up, essentially overnight. So, all right. So, next, what I want to do here for Mr. Bruno Mars, and that is I just want to do a quick, just like an overview reading of like what else can we know about Bruno kind of going on right now, as an audience to kind of just how is him and the agreement between him and the casino that he's having his residency at. I just want to see what that relationship looks like. And then we'll see where we go from there. We might end it there. If not, or we might continue. We will see. So, let's take a look. And how... Alright. So how is Bruno Mars and his relationship with the casino that he's having his Vegas residency with? So we will do Bruno, who we will do the place of residency. Ooh, the energy in between. Okay, so Bruno is showing up as the magician here. So when it comes to his residency, when it came to like negotiations or contract, it feels like Bruno promised more than he could give. The magician reversed for me has always been my used car salesman. However, in this context, it does feel like he was duped, in my opinion here. He was duped. He thought maybe more of himself than what he thought he could be. He promised more than he can offer. Because like what I'm seeing here is like you're weaving a tale that's successful and big and great, and kind of like inflating yourself a little bit. And like weaving a web. With the residency place, they got justice. So whatever contract they put into place, there were caveats put into place. There were stipulations, agreements, and other things that were like add-ons, it feels like, and they're very happy with their half of the agreement. They were justified. They're getting the money that they thought that they should and would get, and then anything extra or this, that, and the other thing, like they're extremely happy. They got justice at the end of the day. So if like say their contract, being super hypothetical here, no facts. I don't know what it is. I wasn't in the negotiation room. But say that like Bruno gets like a set fee for each show that he does. However, if like they don't get like half, like if they don't make up like half the capacity for his show, there's like, okay, we only need to give you like an X percentage, say like 75% of what we think that we owe you, instead of maybe say the full 100%. Because maybe when they were negotiating their contracts, Bruno was very much like, oh, I'll get 100% of your show all the time. We'll never get like a 75% or a 50% capacity. Like, people are going to want to come see me all the time. And now that like he's been out of the mainstream for a little while, he has maybe those numbers have dipped low. And so the casino's happy with what they're doing. They're still making their money and they're still able to put things out there and have their stars come in, but maybe not have to pay them the full amount every time because of the contract that they signed. Totally hypothetical. I don't know anything. So then the energy in between the two of them is strength. So it does feel like this is a healthy relationship, and that they are both being able to communicate, and they're both able to make money, essentially, and showcase their strengths and their weaknesses to the audience members and get what they need to get out of that. However, the Tower, the Page of Wands, and the Emperor, Again, the casino is the one that holds all the coins. The, Bruno, in my opinion, here is not. Is he happy with the agreement? He inflated himself and has kind of come to bite him in the ass, it feels like. The casino is the one who holds all the power, essentially, over him with his Vegas residency, because they went into this a little bit hasty with the Page of Wands here, the Temperance card, finding balance. Because the casino has also, I think, lost a little bit of money on him. However, Bruno's finding balance within this. What else? Yeah, because we've gone back to the negotiation table here. Bruno, it still feels like has this ego about him that is slowly being chipped away at, it feels like. I just want to see what's at the bottom of the deck here. Because we have a false sense of who we were in the past and how that's translating to the future with the Six of Cups in reversed here at the bottom. Middle of the deck energy, but new opportunities are coming for him, though, it feels like, even though he's been essentially blocked from the mainstream music industry. I'm surprised he hasn't been done anything with TikTok. That's shocking to me that he hasn't done anything with TikTok, because I feel like he would do pretty good on TikTok for the most part, like with the new audience, a younger audience. His music still holds relevancy today. Yeah, I'm actually gonna end it on that. What's going on with Mr. Bruno Mars, and why isn't he on like other social media platforms, and why has he kind of just been doing this Vegas residency? Because that's weird. Like, I feel like he could, if he maybe he is on TikTok and I just don't know, but like, it feels like that would be a really good medium for him to be involved with, and that's just kind of shocking to me. I wonder if maybe that's like a stipulation in his contract, like he can't do music or something under his like Bruno Mars stage name versus like say his Silk Sonic name. So let's just take a look here really quick. Why isn't he's isolating himself? Why? Five of Pentacles. Because he doesn't have access to his money or his name or his look. He doesn't have access to this brand, it feels like. Because it would be such a great opportunity for him. However, he doesn't have access to it. He's afraid of being judged. What? Because with the judgment, he's afraid of public scrutiny. It feels like the hopes and fears is like the public scrutiny with judgment card. Unseen obstacles. He's kind of stuck at a crossroads. He's not making a decision one way or another, even though the option's right in front of him. Yep, because the industry. Ten of Pentacles. This is my industry community, internet communities. Like it's fan bases. That's my Ten of Pentacles card. Someone's holding him back. It's like something's not. He also doesn't have access to something, even though it's right in front of him. He's isolating himself because he would get to showcase a different side to him. He gets to showcase not the performer side of him, the King of Wands part of him. He would get to show him, who is the King of Cups. He gets to showcase his human side, his emotional side, which I think people would be really interested in getting to be known and a part of. In the past, it's like, this is a burden not worth having. Because like, I'm leaving all these wands behind right now. I'm leaving all these burdens behind. And the future here, the Queen of Cups reversed. He feels like I wonder if he feels like he's missed the boat with TikTok a little bit, even though it would be a great opportunity for him. I think he would make a shit ton of money if he's worried about, and like, I think he would have control where those finances are. However, I'm not sure if he has access to his brand, which is kind of what I'm getting here. Is like, I don't know if he has access to the Bruno Mars brand. Yeah, because this is like a separation with the Lovers reversed, a halt in progress or work. He was forced to walk away from something because he has to start something new with new ideas, a new name, a new voice, essentially. I don't think he has access to the Bruno Mars name. Because his real name is Peter Hernandez. So I don't think Peter, in this case, I'll go with Peter. I don't think he has access to the Bruno Mars brand. I just don't think he does, which is why he's not on TikTok. Allegedly conspiracy, whatever. Because like, I wonder if this is maybe like in his contract, like, okay, this is you, however, it's not you. We own the brand. We own the brand name, and his name just, like, him being known outside of the Bruno Mars persona stage name just isn't something that he just had, like, that wasn't something that was, like, on there. So, okay. So now I want to see, if he doesn't have the stage name. So, is there, I mean, I don't think does he want the stage name back? Like, would he be willing to pay for the Bruno Mars stage name again? Because, like I said, I don't think he has access to his brand anymore. Peter does not have access to his Bruno Mars brand that he is the face of. Okay. Does he want it back? Yes, 2 of Cups. He wants it back. He wants it back. However, he would have to defend the name, the brand. He wants to defend himself as well here. Letting go of ego. The fear here is that it would not pan out in what we thought. Does he want it back? Yes. However, I think he's afraid that it's not going to. The name, the brand, the stage doesn't have the potency that he thinks it might have. He thinks this might be a fool's venture. Just not going to work out. The unseen obstacles here is that I don't think that's coming. With the Knight of Pentacles here, it's like this is halted. It's stuck. It's staying right where it is. It's not budging from where it's at. Because the challenge here is letting go of that old persona and turning into this new one. Hanged Man reverse. It's the struggle of letting go. What's going for him, though, is that I think it's the 9 of Swords. The name itself brings anxiety. The brand, the memories that came from it, the things that kept him up late at night. It's like, okay, yeah, the Bruno Mars name like has a lot of relevancy and will like connect with certain groups or individuals. However, what that name brings with it outweighs the good of the audience reception. It's like we left behind parts of ourselves that we weren't proud of, and like that's the thing that's going for us. It's like we've left that behind and we are able to make a new pact or a new sense of self. Yeah, because in the past, since the Justice card reversed, this was unfairly taken from him. However, circumstances led where they're at now, and he just doesn't have it. I think he would love to have it back because it wasn't taken from him in means that were good. But here in the future, I think he is going to start making some waves again with some music. I don't doubt if he would come back to. I don't know if he'll get the Bruno Mars name back, but I think Peter Hernandez could be making a name for himself in a different sense. Like the Silk Sonic group that he's going with, I think can start making headwaves. Let's take a quick look at what that kind of looks like. And I know I've said I'm going to end it, but I have questions. Okay. And let me know if like I missed anything too. That you guys would like to see, maybe like a follow-up video, or if you guys would like a follow-up video, or if there's like certain people that he was like involved with that you're like, what about these people? How were these relationships? Let me know. I would be totally willing to do another reading on Bruno and do a little bit more of a deep dive on him and maybe some of his relationships that he had while in the height of his career. So let's just take a look at where his career is going from right now and end it there. And again, if you guys like this, hit that like button down below, or if you guys want to see more content like this and be involved in that voting process, hit that subscribe button and head over to the community tab and check out what readings we could be looking at for the week, and let your voice be heard on which ones you would like to see. So, all right, Mr. Peter Hernandez, also known with the stage name of Bruno Mars, what's kind of coming next for you in your big old career here? What's kind of coming next? Will we be seeing you back on mainstream music again? Three of Wands. He is manifesting and he is working towards it. If he would have it his way, yes, he is definitely building the steps to get his music back out there again. I don't know, again, he doesn't have access to the Bruno Mars name, but the Silk Sonic group that he's a part of, they are actively putting a lot of time, money, and effort into getting their music back out there and into the mainstream again with the Three of Wands. And I think that's a great indication of not just them putting in the effort to do so, but also like they are legitimately taking steps to get there that is in the positive direction. Direct influences, Six of Wands. They're on stage. They're getting themselves known. They are being seen as a loud, proud group. Again, they're putting their names back out there. They're in the media again. Media, news forums. People are talking about their music. They're getting in front of people. They're on stage and just showcasing themselves. So this is a great, great, great. I think we're going to be seeing them on the main stage here again soon. They're going to be a little heavy-handed with it, though, and with the King of Wands here, it's like I'm really afraid of them burning out their resources before they hit it big, is kind of my thing. It's like, because the King of Wands here, sure, it can be like, oh, this is like a domineering individual who's kind of coming in and just running everything without knowing what they're doing. However, what I'm feeling here more is burnout, and there's someone coming in and just putting everything into it, and they're burning themselves out before they can, like, it's like if you did it a little bit slower with everything involved, you're going to have a sustainable process moving forward. And what this feels like here is that you're just putting so much into it that you're going to burn yourself out, so that once you get there, you don't have anything left to give, is what this kind of feels like. It's like slow down a bit. Hopes and fears, it's a tower moment that things are going to come crashing down in the worst way possible, because like, oh, it's like we're so close, but then everything kind of blows up in our faces, or it's like we get so close and then everything crumbles down around us. So the imagery that kind of comes to my head is that you need to do this. What I'm seeing is slow down, slow the hell down, because if you don't, you're going to burn yourself out. And then when you burn yourself out, the foundation that you built yourself on is unstable, so that this isn't going to be a long-lasting opportunity for you. It's going to be like a one and done sort of situation. So it's like slow the heck down is what I'm kind of feeling here. Unseen obstacles. He still has people who don't want to work with him in the industry. He's burned a lot of bridges. He's called people out that I don't think he should have. And they are, in my opinion here, actively blocking him from getting to mainstream media, because he's not working with the correct people, or he's burned bridges with certain individuals. And like, there are people who are actively working against him from getting where he wants to go. Challenges here is he's going to be running into some bad luck here, it feels like, because he hasn't done things sustainably. And he's burning himself out. And what's going for him, though, is emotional detachment. Is that through all of it, through all this emotion, like, he's put so much into these projects, it feels like, is that he's kind of taken himself out of it. So he's only kind of looking at the situation with no passion, or not no passion, but little to no emotions, because those are getting in the way of him actually putting together some of his best work. However, him detaching, it feels like, from people or things around him is to his detriment, because it's letting him progress, but not in the ways that he needs to progress. In the past, the Queen of Swords reversed, so like, again, there is someone here who is actively trying to not get him, who's actively trying to block him from this. Queen of Swords, very savvy person, cutthroat, not gonna let him kind of move. Did he mess with a woman of some sort, or like reject a woman, and because of that rejection, this person holds a grudge against him and is kind of just left him high and dry because you rejected me, you left me high and dry. I'm going to make sure you don't get back into this industry no matter what you try and do. Like, and this person holds a big, massive ass grudge against him. In the future, it's coming out of his shell, coming out of his the Hermit reverse, coming out of his comfort zone, coming out of his shell. So I wouldn't even, like, as if once we start hearing Bruno again, or not Bruno, but Peter Hernandez in new music, I think it's coming. I don't know if it's going to be mainstream, but like more of like on the down low indie, like more of the indie scene. I think we're going to be seeing him trying out different styles, different types, genres of music that he's kind of moving into. Going to be kind of going away from more of that pop music and into like some soul or maybe a little bit of R&B. Oh, excuse me. But that's what it feels like here for him, is like that's the direction he's kind of going in when it comes to, are we going to see him in mainstream media? He's coming out of his shell again and back into the spotlight. However, he's doomed to repeat past patterns if he doesn't get over his own self. He's had this cycle, it feels like, for a while. This is like, we're repeating it. We're going to go and repeat it again if you don't figure it out. Because the Four of Wands, we're going home. It's like we're trying to celebrate the new things that are coming. However, we have this Emperor coming in and trying to be greedy and stop things from occurring again. Because, yeah, with the Four of Pentacles, it's like we got to hold on to the bag. I think he's very worried about him not being able to get to his money again. Because, like I said, I don't think he has access to any of the Bruno Mars money or brand anymore. So he has to be very careful with, like, this Silk Sonic group. And, like, he wants to maintain control of it because he's already been burned in the past. So that's what I'm feeling here for Bruno Mars, aka Peter Hernandez. And if you guys like this, hit that like button down below. If you want to see more content like this, or have your voice heard in for new content coming out on the channel, hit that subscribe button so you can be involved with the community posts, as well as watch these videos as they come out first. So with that, thank you so very, very much for watching. If there is anyone you want to see read in the put that in the comments down below, or questions or things that maybe I hit on. And I hope you have a great day or night wherever you are, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye!